are ready to start. We are ready. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Ustream. Which was Ustream? This is YouTube live Queensville event for Tuesday, 25th of November 2014. Hope I was really well indeed. We're going to be doing an hour's worth of Queensville tonight. Not a long show indeed, so I'll keep you all bored tonight, which is interesting. I'm going to go through some stuff we did yesterday live on Ustream, and also tonight on the show we're going to basically talk about some new Queen stuff, which I'm going to tell you about. Yes, and I also got another thing as well that's coming up later, which for you guys you'll be interested in what we're going to do later on, which is interesting indeed. I've got my beers here, and we're going to start in a few minutes. Need just a camera a little bit. The camera's thinking. Hopefully this time we shouldn't have any problems with the feed this time either. Let's get this. Let's get this camera sorted out. Nope. 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 Oh, that's what I need. Need that. And just need to sort out my camera. Take focus off. Focus off. No. 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 Right. Okay. That'll do. Right. So focus is off and sound is muted, and we are ready to start. And I need to put this back on here because there's a reason why I'm putting. The reason why I've got this set tonight as well, this camera feed, and my camera's going to be over here instead, so we're going to be pretty much out of sync on this, which is going to be so unusual. Right, so if you have any questions tonight, anything to do with yesterday, let us know, because what I'm going to talk about now is the first thing I'm going to talk about. By the way, I've got some brand new bands. Thanks so much to my mum who bought me this from all the way from on holiday in Portugal, and that as well. That's what you call true rockers in a way. So you'll be seeing that on the show. Right, okay. So if you guys are watching the live feed, welcome. If you're watching the replay, well, you haven't missed much. But then again, it's what we're going to do tonight here on Queensville. And also to tell you about yesterday's Queensville Queen's Day event happened on Ustream yesterday, which I'll get to that in a second. Beer's here, by the way. Nice glass of beer indeed. And actually it tastes good. That's indeed. Okay, so first of all, yesterday live on Ustream we did a 10-hour marathon of Queen. Queen's Day went really well. If you guys didn't tune in, you missed a hell of an event. We started at 10 o'clock in the morning. We started the stream at 10 o'clock, and we started at 12 for the main feed, and we started, the first thing we showed was the Queen, Jessica Soto live at the Queen Convention. Those people gone mad for that actually on that thing. It was really good. Then we had showed We Will Rock You USA print, and then we showed I showed the pop quiz we did as well. David won the pop quiz, by the way. We couldn't unfortunately record that because the pop quiz, unfortunately, the video went off, and I lost the footage. So unfortunately, you won't get to see pop quiz on that one, which is a shame. Other things on the day we happened was the live theatre show was live at the Rainbow, and also did Spread Freddy's solo videos as well. And it was a marathon day. The day was great. So if you missed it on Ustream, I don't have any highlights, I'm afraid, because as I said, the video got corrupted and the video's not working. So bad thing about that is the footage was recorded, but the video didn't come out very well. But on stupid XSplit didn't work either. But I used Flash Media Encoder for the stream of it on the day. Had a great response from people. I have had a suggestion to bring it back next year for Queensville 2. Queen's Day 2 will be coming up next year on Ustream. So do please tune in for that, because it's going to be really a good event indeed. I really enjoyed it. So thank you very much to everybody, and I mean everybody, and then even the new people who I added as well. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in that day. It was fucking great. Really enjoyed every minute of it, and we're going to do another one of those next year. I think it'll be on a Tuesday next year. We're doing that to entice for Queensville as well, which is interesting, which is kind of good. So David won the pop quiz yesterday. He's got a parcel. That's going to be sent off tomorrow. I'm going to get. I'll take it up during the part of this event as well. Things in Queenside. A few things to mention. The first thing I want to mention is yesterday on Queensville, on Queen Day on Ustream, we showed the Dutch documentary of Queen's new thing that happened on Vimeo. Now, I have to say, with all the greatest respect, David Roast, who watches the show every friggin' day, he loved that so much. He loved it. I actually have to say it was a great documentary. It won't be uploaded onto YouTube. I don't know why, but if we do get permission to upload it on Queensville, we'll let you know. But you guys must see that. It is absolutely great. It's in Dutch though, but we're going to get translated through the means of somebody else who's going to do it for us, which is going to be cool. But we're looking forward to that as well. Now, big things happening this week on Queensville. Tomorrow, we're filming another Queen collection. We are. David from Holland has kindly allowed me to do his Queen collection. We're doing it through a different way. We're going to split screen it through XSplit. So we're going to have this screen enlarged, and David's going to be on this side of the screen. And we're going to do it through Skype. And the way it's come around is because we've had a successful time with the Queen collection from Mark. Then we're going to do David's next, which is going to be very interesting indeed. He's got a lot more stuff that people will love, and his collection is huge. So it's going to be set up tomorrow. We're starting to record that from 12 o'clock, I think, tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to be taking the whole day to do that, and we'll hopefully get finished in one day if we can. But we will be doing a lot of things as well from that. I want to say a very quick message to Mark, who's watching this. Mark, by the way, I know you are at the minute very, very busy, and things for yourself are going really, really up and down. But let's see you come back soon on the channel. Why does it stop for some reason? Will I press pause on this? Oh, I press pause on the play. Oh, was weird. So just mention to Mark, by the way. Mark, if you're watching this, by the way, mate, watching the replay, I'll see you soon. See you soon, mate. Hope everything's okay. Okay, a few things. I want to mention a few things tonight. I want to mention a few Queen things. Down there, by the way, is what I'm going to show you what David won, by the way, in close-up. This is the last time we get to see these products because I'll go away on to Queen's quiz. We are going to bring back pop quiz as well on the show, on Rock Show Live, so do tune in for that. It's going to be so unusual. I really want to thank everybody, and I mean everybody who watched yesterday's Queensville event. Thank you so much, Steve, for everybody's great contribution yesterday. It was bloody brilliant. Next year, it's time to go ahead for the second one. We're going to do it. Right, we're going to take messages tonight on Facebook and this chat as well. Tonight on the show, change of plan. We're going to do something different tonight on the Queensville that we've never done before. Or I've never done it before anyway. First of all, okay, these are the stuff that David won yesterday on the Queen's quiz. Queen quiz. We are bringing Queen quiz back as well, so if you're interested in Queen quiz in the next couple of weeks, let me know. He won anyway. What he won yesterday, he won the Night of the Opera DVD audio disc of it. And I will have to put audio focus on this because this is going to focus in pretty white this is, but hopefully it should just focus on this very well. That's it. There you go. So he won the DVD audio disc of Night of the Opera, which is my opinion is one of the best releases that have ever come out of Queen itself, which is cool. He also won Champions of the World, one of the Paul Rodgers and Queen live albums. He's also won that Queen and Noose, which is going now. Then he won the bootleg of which he's going to get back to me on this, by the way, bootleg of Preordained, because I already have got a version of that anyway, but my version is dreadful. And then we've got the Live Magic CD as well, which he won as well, which is that one. And then we've got Kind of Magic. Then he also won Night of the Opera. This is the original 1983 version, by the way. I have got this disc down here, but I want to discuss that disc in a minute. He also won 2 rounds as well. He won also Day at the Races final. And also won Live Killers. I finally get rid of this bloody thing at last. So he's won all those prizes for Queen yesterday. So well done, David. Your bill will be posted to you this week soon. One CD I want to bring back up last week I talked about was Greatest Hits. Now, I have done some amazing investigation on this disc of Greatest Hits, which I showed you last week. I'm really surprised I got this disc. Really surprised. I would say something. The sound quality on this disc sounds absolutely amazing on this version. I don't know what I've done this disc, but this is the authentic UK edition of the album. Focus in, focus in, and obviously that's a track list in there from the time it was produced as well, from the CD itself. But what I am really surprised is there is different mixes on this compared to the 2011 remasters that have come out. Yeah. After doing some research yesterday on this disc, on Sunday, I've gone on Discogs, I found this version, and I have to say, I think Queen fans want to be very impressed. You want to buy this version of Queen. Yeah, you're looking out for the version there, by the way. This is the version you're looking for. Queen Greatest Hits, EMI Records 7460332. This is the UK print, as I understand. This version is totally different. It's different. Comparing two versions of Fat Bottom Girls, it's got an alternate beginning on it, alternate audio on it, which is interesting. The Save Me's very, very, very interesting as well. But two tracks of sound to me on this disc is interesting, very weird. Crazy Little Thing Called Love on this CD sounds very, very rare. Now I'll tell you why. The guitar in it sounds different. Yeah, it sounds different on the guitar. Somebody to Love is the full version without the beginning on it, without the scream on the beginning of it, which you can hear. And Now I'm Here is different as well. This whole disc is rare. Now, I only bought £2. That was a record fair on London when I bought it. But I'm telling you guys, you need to get a hold of this. Now, the reason you're going to find it is you'll have to find it with that on it, obviously, with the EMI information on it. So focusing, focus. Oh, do manual focus. Suppose you have manual focus. Blimey. Make sure you find the version which has got this on it, which isn't the EMI record, Haynes Middlesex, but without that information on the right hand side. As you can tell, that this is the rare version I have. Because it says made in Japan on this bit here, but it doesn't on this one. So, Queen fans, I'm going to tell you something, right? You've got to get this version of it. Get this one, because I have to say, this is without doubt my favourite gem I've ever had. But David won this yesterday. So, when David gets this, if he's watching this, by the way, if you're watching the replay back, mate, I want you to check this disc out when I send it to you. And I think you need to hear this, because this is rare. Rip it to your computer and let me know more about information about this disc. This is the rarest collection in the lot. Queen Greatest Hits, do check it out. It's very interesting, that disc. Very interesting. Because it just sounds so different on it for obvious reasons. I'm not sure why. Okay, going on to the next bit now. Last week on Queensville, I went through my record collection from London, and in a minute, I'm going to go through one vinyl, and I'm really struggling hard to try and track these guys down. If you guys have any information about this release of it or anything else, please let me know by the end of this video. Leave comments on the video as well. Chat me live in the chat room. If you watch this live now, chat me live. If you're not, enjoy it. So last week, after I went to London, I came from London's trip of the record fair, which was interesting. One vinyl that has really come on my parade and sort of on my mind all week was this. I showed you this last week in my videos. You may have seen this also on Mark's channel as well. Well, there is something about this record I'm going to explain, because I have found out who and where this has come from. But it's a long story, so you're going to be really, really much impressed what I'm going to tell you about this. But I'll tell you in a second, because I've got to go off camera now. I'm back in a second, guys. Just 2 seconds. Right, okay, right. So that had to just shut the door because we don't want to see privacy in here, right? Okay, back to this album, Demos from Outer Space. This is the vinyl edition. I got from London. I bought it from London, £25 this was, this record. So the edition number is 19 out of 150. Okay. This is where it comes interesting, this record. Oh, my phone's going off. Oh, Come on, I'm in the middle of Queensville, mate. What's that? Oh, I see. Anyway, back to this record anyway. Don't smart space. Simon from Gemma. Gemma for watching, by the way. Thanks. Don't smart space is record, the blue vinyl edition that came out in 2014. Right. If you want to know, go tracks on here. If you want to know the track listing, well, there's track listing. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take something very carefully out of the cellophane. I don't want that getting damaged, obviously. Okay, so you can see more closely what it is. Okay. So there's a track listing there. What we have, I can't see because I have to come to the camera a little bit. Stay in Power, Action This Day, Back Chat, Life is Real, Las Palabras de Amor, Cool Cat, Feel Like, A New Life is Born, Dog with a Bone, My Baby Loves Me, Guess What's Falling Out, Hang On In There, and Hijack My Heart, which has never ever been issued, that version of it. Okay, right. This record is interesting. What I'm going to show you on Discogs tonight is where they are based. Well, I say where they're based. They don't have any information where they produce the records. But what I want to show you on a minute is a label that they produce this on. And if we go over to Discogs now, there we are. There's Discogs there. We go to Queen. Not Queen Latifah. I don't know why Queen Latifah is always, hey, I'm smiling. And sort of thing. Anyway, this is the website on Discogs. I go on every single day, and you all know I'm addicted to the site so much. And also Mark is addicted to the site as well. I'll wind out the screen, by the way, so you can see it much clearer anything is. I want to show you the unofficial albums here. And if you go to the right and you type in here, not on Queen label, okay, this is where it becomes interesting. Now, you know, as you all know, if you don't know anything about this label, this is interesting. It's not, apparently it's just a not on label label that it is. Okay, we'll get that in a second. It says not on label Queen. The pseudo label is a holding name for unofficial releases and bootlegs containing music by Queen where no proper or label or licensed company is discernible. Okay, a few things I want to mention about this pseudo label, okay, and discernible. Okay, those two things are going to come out in a second. But when you go click on look on not on label, you get a list coming up in a second, which is bloody interesting indeed. I don't think it's working. Nope. Nope, it doesn't say. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, it says here. These are releases that do not have a label. Items such as self-releases, limited edition, tour merchandise, white bootlegs. This is not a real label name. Okay. Okay. So here becomes interesting bit. Now, first of all, if you go to Google and put this in, you'll say the name of this says pseudo label, and it comes up as these different things for some reason. Well, apparently, if you look on some of this stuff here, there's one here that says that these are apparently extra data, but from what I've understood is I couldn't find anything about it because apparently there's either pseudo wire, then there's all these other things on Google, but apparently it doesn't come with any information at all from it. But that's not what doesn't have end there. Let's go to this bit here, and we go on to Google. And it says the scandal has no desirable effect on his career. Okay, we know what. So that means that apparently it means that apparently the scandal has no discernible effect on his career. It's got no effect on the band and no effect on Queen. Okay, it's nothing to do with Queen at all. This, but this what gets me about it is that when we go down here to all the catalogue numbers that are here, they come up as unknown on the year. But let's go to 2004. Let's go to 2014, and let's try and find that record that we were looking for. And we're looking for Devils from Outer Space. So we'll go down here. And by the way, these are also the ways that we also did Haaland, an official album as well. That's the one that we also have realised that it comes from the same company. This. But this is where we get interesting. This is where we get interesting. Let's go to this find that record. Where are we? Ultra Rare Tracks Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Now, the company that's produced these records have not, we don't know where they're from. We don't know where they're from. But let's go down to the January one, and there's too much amount of space there. Limited edition, unofficial release blue vinyl. Okay, and I have this one, and in my opinion, this release is brilliant. But apparently it says it comes from Europe. Now me and Mark don't know where it's come from. Now we just said that this is the most weirdest bootleg of the lot that's been released this year. So after some sort of searching around, hawking around, and everything else, we couldn't find any information about this label at all. We all know that they produced the cover and the back sleeve, but no information about the record label itself. Now, what we'd love to know is, if the people who are producing these bootlegs from the time that this has been posted on YouTube, please let us know who you are. Because when you go on the for sale bit, apparently it says that some of them are selling them in Belgium, United States, and Netherlands. Okay? Now, from my point of view, if it says it's in Europe, okay, that could be anywhere. Sweden, France, Dutch thingies. Or either somebody's been producing these by pressings, and it sounds really unusual. It doesn't end there either, because the sound quality on this record, from what I understand, is not MP3. It's tape. But what I was wary about was the sound quality on it. It's really, really unusual, because the company that, or whoever's doing these bootlegs, the sound quality is very, very weird. Last night we played Feel Like on the show, last night on ustream, and I can't play it obviously on here because YouTube copyright. From what I understand, there was no information about where it's produced. The cover's really good. I mean, this is what's on the spine of it, so you can tell from the spine of it, which is there, which is demonstrating about the space. Now, I'm very convinced that this could be one of the most newish things to collaborate with the box set. There is a bootleg hawking around with a box set as well from the BBC sessions on Discogs that they have been producing themselves. But no one's come forward yet, and no one's come forward about this record. So from my point of view, I'm just wondering if Discogs is or Queen should know about this record, because from my point of view, if Queen were interested in this record and being released on a label that's just not on label Queen, then this is a bit of a thing. Now, the other records they've released during that time, I mean, don't get me wrong, but the other fantastic releases they've brought out. The other releases they've brought out during that time have been the Magic Toy 86, which you saw in Mark's video, which is this one here, which is an unreleased part. But it says here, picture disc with cover includes Wembley Concert 12, 1986, 12 July 1986. And it says, maybe an official LP, since it states that the copyright by Queen Productions and EMI, but to someone's knowledge who checked this out, but to my knowledge, it is an unofficial release of it, because there's part 2 there, which is great cover, but again, another one of these, which is very, very, very unusual. Now then, I'd love to know who is doing these ones, because if you've seen the ones in Mark's collection, he's got literally nearly all these ones, which is very unusual. But the catalog numbers are a little bit weird, because you think about the catalog numbers itself. That's an EMI number there. That's an EMI number there. And then we've got different ones here. Then we've got this one here, which is 39259 Mex Queen, which is apparently demos, bits and pieces, which is a CD release, obviously, from Queen's catalogue, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, it's got a lot of these things on it. It says special thanks to Angie for your help and support, Fernando. But it seems to me that this is kind of the people who are involved in these releases. But including songs from Michael Jackson on it. Yeah. Which these are the records here that they produce. These are the ones here. Feelings, Unknown, Record Rehearsal, whatever. I think that's actually out of the box set from Freddie's career. And all these records here, these singles here, are really interesting. So you want to pause the video right now before I take this off the screen? Can do. and it says Mexico was produced. Yeah, this is where this. It's just the fact that this gets really interesting. Now, this version here of Mannheim you saw on his collection mark doesn't identify it. Just said a release though. 86 came out. It couldn't be because it was done in 2014, because you can tell the record's brand new. So looking on the seller again, it says apparently it comes from Italy, Malta, United Kingdom and United States and Belgium. Okay, well they're the sellers. Well, what it's me is, if there's a company out there bootlegging these records at a certain thing, who are they? And how have they got hold of some of these releases? Because from our point of view, whoever's done this is a great job, because these records are brilliant. But what got me was the Feel Like version is bloody different than the YouTube version. Now, if you go and tap me on YouTube, this one, Feel Like, listen to that on YouTube, because apparently this version is longer than I've expected it to be. There's something on the end of it which is interesting. But it bugs me, this record. It just bugged me a lot, this one. But this one was very, very interesting to find out. So the company who's doing this, please identify yourselves and let us know who is doing these goddamn bootlegs, because they are brilliant. They really are brilliant. If anybody has any information about this record, let us know, please, by the next couple of weeks. I want to find out more about this company, because I can't find any trace of this at all, which is a bloody shame. And yeah, I have got it in the clean film, by the way, because I don't want to get damaged. So we don't have any plastic sleeves yet. I'm trying to order some plastic sleeves this week, actually. They're supposed to be coming on Monday. So hopefully they will be coming my way, and I don't want to get this damaged, because I love this record. It's probably one of the rarest releases and news releases I've got, actually, from record things going on, which is interesting. So if anyone knows anything about this company, let me know next week. Right, got some nice information coming up now for guys on Queen. Now, we have got, finally, a date posted for Queen Forever on vinyl. It comes out on vinyl. It's coming out 2 weeks' time. In the UK, it's produced. In the European, it's produced a bit late, a bit earlier. In America, they've got a better release of it, which is going to be really cool. Gary Taylor has just mentioned to me on Facebook it's going to be a standard release of it, not the deluxe edition. Safest bet they ever do on that one, which I'm looking forward to that. So that's something to look forward to on the next Queensville event, and then whenever the next Queensville event is going to be. But that's going to be an interesting little thing. That so brand release of Queen Forever was coming out, and I will be buying it as well, by the way, for the time I get it on. Right, this week, Nation's favourite song. Did I cover this the other week? Nation's favourite song? Queen song? I think I did cover this. If I've covered this already, let me know. But I will say it again what it is. But if not, don't worry about it, because I will cover this. But Nation's favourite Queen song was shown on 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. I think it was shown before I went to London that week. I don't think I covered this in the last video. Yeah, if you watched that video and have seen it, if you watched it live on ITV, general concern about that, it was good, it was alright. For the purposes of the list they went through, I disagree with some of it. The people who they've interviewed on that is ridiculous, to be honest. Not necessary to have anybody on there who don't know anything about Queen. All they are interested in is just putting their favourite song on the list. Rhys Thomas did a good job of that, actually. Well, I've got to say, he did a good job of that. I do agree with a few things about the list. I disagree with the fact that they didn't put The Miracle in the list. No, I wasn't happy with that actually. there was an original version kicking around of that from Channel 5. ITV goes and does the list from a poll of many things. Number 1 came out as Bohemian Rhapsody, which is the greatest song ever in the world. Fair enough. But I think what they did was they didn't think about they didn't really think about putting The Miracle in the list, which I was really pissed off with, because I should have been number 2 or number 3. I have to agree. In my opinion, they should have took out the interviews of that. Brian's and Roger's was brilliant. Hands down, fantastic about the information. As for the other people who were involved, I think them 2 arseholes should have gone off straight away. I don't know who the hell they were, so you can go straight in the bin, right? But for the list that was done, it was alright. I wouldn't say it was brilliant, it was alright. If you haven't seen that video yet, well, see it on YouTube, because I disagree with some bits, and bits I did like, and some of the stuff I think they should have done it. But I'm not going to criticise Rhys Thomas for doing a good job of that. That was his own input doing on the list itself. But if it was done much better for people who wanted their songs played, it would have worked out better. What they didn't do was put any Freddie Mercury on it either. Where the hell was his stuff? Where was it on my own? So ITV, I think, should consider redoing that again and get out much better, which is kind of a bit alright. But if you, ITV, if you want to go and slag off Queen, don't get idiots who come on and say, "Oh, it's my favourite song. I remember it when I was 12 years old." Or Katy Perry comes on and she says, "Oh, I was 12 years old when I was hearing this song, and then it's my favourite song ever." That's not you. You're not expressing what you want. What's the song about? You're not expressing anything about it, though, love. Sorry, don't get it. Yes, for McFly, them guys. What the hell he was on? I don't know. He seems he was. Okay. So, nation's favourite Queen song. I don't know what to start with. I don't know. Moving on from that one anyway, to another video I saw this week on YouTube. Oh God. Where to start with this story, yeah? You tell me on this video. For people who love Queen, and people who respect Freddie Mercury, and who respect the band and Brian May, and everybody else, who I do have to say, Queen just rocks so well, and Queen is just brilliant. Okay? Angry Penguin was on, by the way, all this week on my video. So if you haven't seen the Angry Penguin video, part 2, thanks so much for everybody tuning in that video, by the way. We've got something worse now. Oh, jeez. Shocking. Very shocking. Whoever makes documentaries in this world just want to really go away. But to have a person interviewing Brian May about the song Keep Yourself Alive, but fine. If anybody ever saw the documentary Freddie Mercury Saved My Life, what the fuck is that all about? Freddie Mercury Saved My Life. What? There's an opera singer. I never heard of him. Alfie Bowe. Freddie Mercury Saved My Life. What the hell? That title is stupid. Alfie Bowe is come from X Factor. and he thinks he is in charge of a documentary that he did. The beginning of it shows you the excerpt from Barcelona that he performs at the end of the bloody thing. I hate when they do that. It so spoils it so much. Then he goes on a tour around London to say, I want to go to Brian May's house. I want to see Brian. 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 So in the house they go to Allerton Hill, his house. And the camera's in. Brian's there just doing his guitar. Alfie's just sitting in the corner of the studio on the desk, asking about Keep Yourself Alive and how the song was so inspired by him and the first song he ever wrote. Okay, very good, nice interview from Thingy. Couldn't stand that guy. I couldn't stand Alfie Bowe. I couldn't give a shit about him. He bored me so much. I was falling asleep. I was in the chat. This I was going, oh, is this guy ever going to shut up? When it got to the performance of Barcelona, he thought he was Freddie Mercury and singing like him. Pants. So that was embarrassing to see. I'll say from my point of view, if you want to see the video, links on this video, but trash it to hell because it was a lot of rubbish. It was the worst documentary I've ever seen in my life. It was terrible. What? Who in their right mind decides to put a title on saying, Freddie Mercury saved my life? No! That's a bad decision to make of that documentary. Slaughter that documentary, take it off YouTube. It's absolute travesty. Terrible. Right, next piece of information to tell you. We get worse now. Gary Taylor. Gary Taylor. Oh my God, I've never laughed so much in my life. Oh Jesus. This week's video from Gary Taylor was to promote the new Let Me In Your Heart Again single from Hollywood Records. This is not the single, by the way. I was so... I'm going to laugh about it now, but I laughed so hard this afternoon. I watched it tonight and it said, oh, Gary Taylor's new video's uploaded. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Okay, Gary Taylor has his recent video. His recent video is absolute funny. It's funny. What Gary's done is he's filmed the version of live at it's Let Me In Heart Again, the single from Hollywood Records that's just come out, doing some nice close-ups of the camera with the spine numbers on it and stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, turn around the CD. Let's turn it around and let's open it up and just say, wow, there's the CD for you. It was really, really funny. I've never laughed so much. Gary Taylor, that was the best video I've ever seen this week. I laughed so hard. It was so good. And it was my point of view. If you ever get to see that video on YouTube, please watch it because it is. Oh, the man is so good. Oh, these videos are so good. Yeah, we had the 3D text before, the widescreen 3D text coming in your hands. Now we get to suck around CDs. Alright. Try to direct the film that you can do and stuff as well, which is kind of really good. Right, other videos I saw this week. Queen Forever in Netherlands. This is a one that's just been posted on to Vimeo, but unfortunately it's no longer there. I've got it now. Very good documentary from Holland, which David was posted on the day. Very interesting indeed. I like the live rare footage in that. Freddie Mercury's obviously on there. Really like the. I like it. It's really, really good. Okay, we're back. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so Queen of the Netherlands, the documentary that was on YouTube. Sorry, on Sunday it was. Bloody good documentary that was. Rare footage from Queen and Freddie Mercury. Never saw that footage ever, but it was from a private Queen collector. But we saw the rough cut of that on ustream Queensday yesterday, and it was very good. It was very interesting. Very good documentary that was. Bring out an extended cut of that video, because our video was so bloody good. It's interesting how one thing about the video was Greg Brooks and Jim Beach were involved in that, actually, because I said Queen Archivist, Greg Brooks, and the other guy. What I liked about it was the way they kept authenticity to a point, and we had it translated by David. David translated the video, and on Live on Queensday, and he said this guy's talking about this certain thing, and this guy's talking about Veronica and how to come into Freddie Mercury and Brian May. I really have to say that was a very good documentary. That I really liked it on that time, but I don't know if it's going to be allowed to show it on YouTube, as I said before. So I'll get back to you about that, guys, and we'll see if we can allowed to load that for you guys, because you'll like it. It's really, really rare stuff indeed. We might get more views on the channel as well and get paid from that, which is one thing anyway from it and stuff. William Orbit interview on YouTube this week was interesting. The interview was very, very good. It was a very interesting interview. I liked his interview on radio, BBC Radio, that was on Brian's website, Brian's YouTube. I was very impressed with that, because the guy went through information about the Michael Jackson and the Freddie Mercury one. Apparently, William Orbit was allowed to do his own version of that by Queen. They approved it, apparently, and they loved it. When he said to Brian May, he said, "Here, put your own guitar bit on," because apparently they were working with him in the studio when they were recording it in Los Angeles. They did it actually in America, and they loved it. They just loved his production, and I think there's been word going around that he's going to work with the band next year on Queen, and if it does, I really would love to see that, because that would be really, really good indeed. And my point of view, yeah, definitely a right choice to get that guy out. But Roger Breaker is back on the scene as well. Roger Baker, by the way, he's just produced a new Yes album, and I tell you what, good job of that one, mate. Well done, Roy. Better job than the bloody darkness crap we brought up before with all the rubbish it was. So I do this Discogs now, just for a bit longer. So yeah, some of the releases that I think that I'll get this week, the unreleased stuff from Brian and obviously from Queen. There was another CD, another release kicking around, which was this one, which I have to say, this one should be, I think this one should be for Queen fans to get. Freddie Mercury and Michael Jackson, A Royal Wedding. This has just been released in 2012. This is on the same label. This is MJFM. I have to say, this is a good release. Unfortunately, it's actually for sale. But look at the price of it. $74.99. Are you taking the piss? So, whoever wants that version of it, well, I think you want to get that one, because it's really good indeed. The other ones that were interesting on here was these ones. Ultra Red Tracks Volume 1, which is the one I have on the same label that did this. But I don't have mine in gold vinyl, mine's in blue. Mine's produced in blue vinyl. And these are the labels that are produced by the guys who won't identify themselves on them. One thing I can tell you about these ones, I forgot to mention, they've got inside the grooves on the label more vinyls. They've got more grooves on the vinyl itself on the label. So when you play the needle to the label part, it actually will continue playing it. There's a thing for you guys to check out. But these ones are very interesting indeed. They are really interesting, these ones. Yes, this one I've got already, and I have to say this is a good release of it. Some rare stuff on there. Again, another one of these ones which is not MP3 on it. So I want to know where the hell they come from. Because this is from Europe. It must come from overseas somewhere. So whoever's producing these ones, please identify yourselves who they are. Now this is the one that Mark has already got, which is the Highlander one. And obviously you can tell this was meant to have the cover of it. This is the cover from it, by the way. That cover, unfortunately, Mark doesn't have the cover for that because it was seen. But you can tell exactly how they've done it so well on the vinyl itself. Basically, you took that copy off, and then that copy off, and then you just sort of chopped the sides off and did it from there. But a nice release of it though, which is really, really cool. David's also seen the video of this one, and my point of view, probably the best release I've ever seen from that one, which is really, really good. So it's just thinking of stuff. It says cover is not glued, just a folded print of it. But a nice release of it as well, which is so cool. But there is some rare stuff on this site, which you guys need to check this all out, because this seriously is good for your collection. I think the rare stuff's better than the normal stuff you buy. But if you guys are interested in any of these bootlegs, I do urge you to get on this site, discogs.com. Get on this site and please get in touch. If you know any of these unreleased ones from this pseudo label, please let us know, because I want to know more about this company. I want to know where they're from, because none of you guys are coming forward with any information about it. I want to know more information about this people who's doing these vinyls, because they are really interesting indeed for me, which is really good. So any information please on that. I'd love to know by the next Queensville event next week. So I'm still wanting to track them down, because they're getting interesting, these releases of it. They'll bring another one out as well, which I believe. They'll bring another one out as well, but they won't say where it is because it's unofficial again. But yeah, interesting that. A few other things to mention before I do leave, because this is a short version of Queensville, so it'll be a long one today. The other thing I want to mention is next week will be the final Queensville of the year. Yes, it is. Officially is the final Queensville of the year. And will be until January the 4th. I'm back, I think, after Christmas. And then I'm going back to London again. And then I'm going back to London and going to do some more vinyl hunting and to go to Camden Town just for the weekend. And then I'm coming back here to do another version of Queensville for the beginning of the year. And so there were some surprises coming in store on that video, which is soon. Right. Back to what I was saying before about tomorrow's video. We're going to be starting to film more of the Queen collections on Queensville. Obviously, like Chris is now gone and he's now departed and now he's left. It's a shame. Come back. But if you want your Queen collection filmed, let me know. All you got to do is message me on Facebook at TesSuper, or go to the Queensville page on Facebook. Yes, it's on now. It's the Queensville page is on Facebook now. And you can message me anything you like about Queen, about any of the stuff that you've seen on the channel, or anything you've seen anything on Queensville which is interesting. But what we would love you to do, guys, next year, we're planning next year actually, we want you guys to come forward with your Queen collection. If you've got a Queen collection that is bigger than anybody else's, we'd love to know. Vinyls, books, CDs, DVDs. And also, I want to check out more information about them as well. We've seen all the videos I've posted about Mark's collection. Let's get the views up, please, if possible, because you've been slacking a little bit, you guys. So, all my subscribers, please look at the videos, get the right attire and stuff. I know you guys are interested in Queen Forever at the minute. Mark's collection is more important than anything else on this channel. So, do watch them, please. Don't just ignore them, watch them. Because you guys aren't watching them very clearly. Look, we're still looking for more information about them anyway. Any more of those unofficial ones. If you know any more information about the unofficial ones, let us know. Or let me know by next week. And it'll be really interesting to track them down, because I'm really looking forward to get some more feedback from you guys on that as well. Queensville's now available on Facebook. It's now available on this channel. All information tonight will be posted onto Facebook. And if you guys have anything you want to talk about Queen, let me know in the chat room as well. I don't have any questions tonight, I'm afraid, because every time you're doing Queensville events, you watch, but you don't answer questions, which you should answer questions. What I am looking to track down in the next couple of weeks is more of these CDs. 86 CDs. And I still plead to people, if you have an 86 copy of Live Killers 86, I want to hear it on CD. I want to hear it ripped. I want to hear that version. That is the rarest version a lot, because I understand that is the rarest mix of a lot on the vinyl on CD than the vinyl edition that came out. And I want to know a big thing as well that I want to know about, where are these sourced from? Because I've got a funny feeling this greatest hits one I've got is one of the rarest ones I've got so far with the alternate mixes on this, because this sounds different. But I want to know if they're where they're sourced from, those ones. So you've got a lot to do next week on Queensville, and we're also, after Christmas, going to start a competition as well. We're going to start doing competitions for you guys. Queen Quiz is going to be coming back very soon. We're doing a normal quiz tomorrow, I think, on ustream. So by the time that we get that sorted out, and by the time I do all our other things, then the better you guys can get involved in that as well, which is going to be even cooler. And final thing just to mention before I leave, I want to say a big thank you to everybody again for Queen's Day on YouTube. It was great. It was really good. Let's have another one next year if we can. And also, David's video is going to be filmed tomorrow. We'll post it on Thursday. Rockstar Live is back on YouTube, on ustream. And and the new videos have been posted since yesterday. Last Friday on my channel, and it was good to see you guys. The feedback was good as well. Thank you much for everybody who's tuning in with the first, by the way. And I hope you enjoyed the video I did of the filming of that monstrosity of the video DVD. And that DVD's now in the bin, would you believe? So Mark, thanks so much for the DVD, mate. Rip the DVD. It's in the bin. It's been in the bin. It's gone. So that video will stay forever on YouTube. So that's another one you can just basically slaughter the lamps as well from the stuff. Right. Just a few things to mention. Brian May has been doing a book signing in Germany or France or somewhere of his new book, The Red Special, and signed copies are being produced by Jackie Smith. Was on it about it on Facebook this week. Other things to mention: there is going to be Roger Taylor has got another project coming up this year with another film. He's doing a film soundtrack to something that he hasn't mentioned yet what it's going to be, but it's going to be interesting for the next Queen's thing and stuff. But that's going to be an interesting thing to look into. As for other things, Queen aside, the Queen Forever album, as I say, comes out on vinyl next 2 weeks' time. Do buy it. Do buy the vinyl edition of it. I think it's going to be bloody awesome when it comes out. Abbey Road is actually at the moment mastering that by I think it's not Kevin Metcalf, but it might be from House Speed Mastering from Abbey Road, who's involved in that project. But I'd love to hit that on vinyl. That'd be a nice final collection of pieces as well. I will be doing some more discogging this week as well on Discogs. A few more vinyls are going to come out. I'm going to still track down some more of these unofficial ones. Yeah, from Discogs if I can. I'm also going to try and get a hold of, for Christmas, the 74 Live Rainbow concert on vinyl. And I know HMV was selling it for a good price, but Discogs is selling it even cheaper now for about 60 quid at least. So that's going to be a good addition to get. So there'll be a few other items coming up on the Queen's thing as well. And I'm still trying to get my case obviously for that, but I can't get my case more for that as well. So just before I leave, I want to say a big thank you to Ustream as well for allowing me to do the Queen's Day yesterday. It was really good. We have got the second year coming up with that one. Queen's Day 2 is coming up next year. Thank you to everybody who tuned in on that day. Thank you very much to everybody who respected the fact that the chat room was brilliant. I really have to say a big thank you to everybody on the chat room. It was great. And everybody was respected on that day as well, and you guys were good. I want to say thank you very much to also the new guys who added me on Facebook yesterday. Julietta couldn't join us, I'm afraid. Julietta was away and she was busy with her daughter yesterday, which was a shame. Sam, I've got to say, if you're watching this replay, by the way, mate, thank you so much yesterday. I want to speak to you about your Queen collection. If you've got a Queen collection bigger than Mark's or bigger than David's, well, let us know what's going to be, because we still want to film some stuff of yours. And I want to leave you with one thing before I leave. Another video that came up this week, in the words of, if last week you saw the hilarious video I did of the playing of the keyboards, Mario Brenza has got even funnier. Watch that new video of Gary Taylor's. You see what I mean? Tries to play Let Me Your Heart Again as a bad example of how it's played. Oh, the man will not stop. The man will not stop at all. But he's doing something that he's want us to share. Well, maybe it will work in a previous time where he wants to go, I will play Queen. I want your life. And yeah, as well. Oh yeah, one thing about that as well. There's one more thing I want to mention. Rock Show Live, by the way. Whoever is imitating me on Rock Show Live, pack it in because you're literally taking my copyright. What I'm going to show you is, before I leave, I want to show you this thing I was meant to show you on Facebook. Now I just want to basically show you something, okay? Rock Show Live, okay? This is the show I do on Ustream, okay? You guys should tune in every week, okay? I'm going to close these off. You don't see these, but this is the show that I do, okay? Rock Show Live is all about the rock on Ustream from 6 to 10 UK time, okay? This is the one I did. This is a Queensday event here. You find all information on this page here about everything about Rock Show Live, right? Okay? That's my Facebook page. But what I want to show you now is somebody takes the piss so much. Rock Show Live person. Where is he? He's somewhere. We'll find him. 1 second. This is not me. This is not me. Okay? Okay? I'm Rock Show Live. That is not me. This is not my page. Okay? This is not Rock Show Live. Someone's imitating me, my show, as Rock Show Live. Okay? Do not go to this page. Rock Show Live is the one I do, which is this one. Okay? We've got 2 Rock Show Lives. Do not subscribe to him. Radio station. Okay? This guy's just a Japan Rock Show Live. I'm Rock Show Live. Look at me. Hello. Yes. So this guy here, do not add him. Don't add him, because this guy has got nothing on his page anyway. Rock Show Live. I'm Rock Show Live. Yeah, Rock Show Live. So just be warned, it's not me, okay? This is me. That's my page, Rock Show Live. It's on Ustream, 6 to 10 every time, UK time. If you are living overseas or in the States or somewhere else, you'll get it at 3 in the afternoon over there, or wherever you get time to get it at. And it's all the information is on the page. Do like the page, please. Just like the page. Like it. You see, we're getting loads of people. 85 likes. I'm going to make 100 likes now to get my page verified, which is interesting. All the latest activity also on there, and also Queensville is on here as well, which is this one here, and there's Queensville there. There you are. There's the page. So go there, and you can basically look at all the new postings as well, which is good, and all the postings there on Queensville, and you can go there and like the page as well. One more thing to mention: you may see the posting there that said we have a request from fans and subscribers to upload Chris's vinyl collection. We've had a request from Mark actually to go back and re-edit that video again. Well, we are going to re-upload the videos again, would you believe? Because you guys want to see his collection again. Because we had a huge demand last year of it, I've decided to re-edit the videos because I filmed it. It's his collection. So we're going to re-edit it again. I'm going to show it again because I don't really want to, because I haven't got time to go to his place and film it, because obviously he's now moved on to other things. But we are going to re-upload Chris's Queen collection as by request. We had a massive request for that on people's on Facebook and YouTube and Ustream. And I'm hoping that when we do it, it will be re-edited better, without any text in it, by the way. So we're going to re-edit it better, and it'll be longer as well, so you don't have to keep searching for the videos and finding out, oh, where was Chris's collection? What's Chris's collection again? Chris's Queen collection is coming up in the next week. Look out for that. Going to be very interesting indeed for that. Okay. And apart from that, that's it for Queensville tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in again on another hours-long show. So basic updates at the moment. Keep tuned to Queensville, because there's a lot of new stuff going to come on Queensville uploading in the next couple of days. Also, if you're watching the replay back, get in touch with us. I still want to know more about this company, by the way, because I want to find out more about this company. Go on Discogs, order your vinyls off Discogs, support Discogs, keep a vinyl alive. David's stuff's going to be shipped up this week, and I'll see you guys back here next week for another Queensville event. Until then, thanks for tuning in. Until then, bye.